Coming up, Flagstaff Pulliam Airport is adding more direct flights. We'll have the latest. Plus, a historic icon is on the market. Who will be the next owner of the Clarkdale Theater? And later, you might not think of blacksmithing as art, but this man does. We'll have this week's Art Matters. The news starts now.
You're watching NAZ Today, Northern Arizona's local news.
Good evening and welcome to NAZ Today. I'm Kiara Brown.
And I'm Connor Sweetman. Thanks for tuning in. Well, spring is right around the corner, and many folks are making travel plans for spring break and beyond, just in time for Flagstaff's Pulliam Airport to announce 2 daily flights to Denver.
The United Airlines flights are expected to begin at the end of the month. NAZ Today's Mitchell McKenzie was at the airport today and has the details.
The double dose of good news for the airport comes on top of a recent announcement by American Airlines that twice daily flights to Dallas are also being added.
Markets the size of Flagstaff almost never see what we're seeing, 2 destinations back to back within days of each other. We've got to take advantage of this.
But airport director Barney Helmick says whether those flights stick around is up to local customers.
Neither Dallas or Denver are tests. They are planned to be permanent, assuming that we see filling seats. And an example is we need to fill 75 to 80% of all seats on a regular basis. And if that rolls out to that January, February, we're a little down, but the remaining months we still roll out to 80% for the year, then that's success for United and American on both those routes.
If successful, Helmick says he has some other ideas for new flights.
We know Los Angeles, 1/4 of the students that go to NAU here locally in Flagstaff are from Southern California. So that makes it a strong market there. But when you go to the next communities, it drops off dramatically. Our business market, our tourism market are the big pieces to whatever's going to fly to those destinations.
While some may complain about the high cost of flying out of Flagstaff, Helmick says it may not be as bad as it seems.
Those 80% that are driving to Phoenix, think twice about what you're paying to park down there, the hourly wage to drive down there, assuming you don't get caught in a traffic jam on the way, and you're helping support local business, whether it's flying to Denver or Dallas. It is not a local-based airline, but that success of that local-based airline helps the local businesses succeed.
These nonstop flights to Denver and Dallas will begin at the end of the month. Mitchell McKenzie, NAZ Today.
Well, a historical gem is on the market in Clarkdale, Arizona, and you could be the one to return it to its original glory.
NAZ Today's Raina Steffen is with us now. Raina, what's so special about this historic theater in Clarkdale, and why is it for sale?
You know, Connor, I'm so glad you asked because there's just so much history packed into this beautiful building. From the Art Deco light fixtures to the original cork walls, people in Clarkdale have a lot to be excited about when it comes to the future of this historical theater. A small town with a lot of promise, Clarkdale is known as the first planned community in Arizona and was home to the Verde copper mine workers in the 1900s. But for many people who grew up in Clarkdale, the theater was the place to be.
I think I never missed a movie from the time I was in 5th grade or 3rd grade or whatever. I would go to the movie, and I can remember coming with my folks, and I could make it all the way to the cartoons. And then when the cartoons were over, I'd fall asleep. So that was the end of the movie for me.
Built in 1917, this theater has brought joy to the residents of Clarkdale. Current owner Jody Filardo wants to see the building restored.
This building became available, and we leaped on it because of the fabulous bones of the building, the story of the building, and we just love Clarkdale, so we really wanted to do something great for our community.
The theater is one of the prized Main Street buildings that carries a strong sense of nostalgia for many longtime residents.
And it cost 20 cents to come to the movie for kids. And as you got older, the price progressed up. And I got 25 cents an hour for babysitting. So if I just got 1 hour a week babysitting, I could go to the movie.
Now, more than a century after it first opened, the theater is being reconditioned to become a live event center for the town of Clarkdale, something that the 4,200 residents all seem to be excited for.
Whenever we're doing any work on this building, Clarkdalians stop their cars and yell out the window going, "What's going on? We want to know."
Florida has done some of the major renovation work.
We did remove the old garage door that used to be on the front of the building and put back in the former ticket booth and put new doors on the front, so we kind of spiffed it up a little bit. But sadly, I'm not going to be the one who gets to carry it through to the finish line.
That's because Falardo recently became the town manager for Clarkdale. So now, due to conflicts of interest, she's putting the theater up for sale.
I think this building is fantastic and phenomenal, and my hope is that I find the perfect owner.
The 6,200 square foot theater is on the market for just under $350,000, and the people of Clarkdale have high hopes for what's to come in the future.
It was a great place to grow up, and everybody came to the movie every time it changed, and that's the way it was.
The theater is still on the market, but with any luck, there will be more shows to attend in the near future. Raina Stefan, NAZ Today.
State lawmakers are working on a plan that would make it easier for some defendants to escape the death penalty. A new bill would eliminate 3 of the 14 so-called aggravating factors in a crime that could make a suspect eligible for the death penalty. The move is an apparent response to comments from some members of the Supreme Court, who have said that Arizona's death penalty law may be unconstitutional. The bill has cleared the state Senate and is now headed to the House.
Changing gears now, it's Monday, and that means we have another story featuring a Northern Arizona artist.
This week, reporter Aiden Casey explores one of the oldest arts in the world. He joins us now in the studio. Aiden?
It used to be that any household item made of metal was built by a blacksmith. Although that's not the case now, this rich history continues on as an expressive art form. I recently spoke with one such artist here in Flagstaff. Blacksmithing is believed to be one of the oldest professions on Earth, and while it may seem to be a thing of the past, Matt Fryer, the blacksmith at the Pioneer Museum, doesn't see it that way.
Something amazing about being able to take a piece of steel and heat it up and shape it any direction you want it to go. And it would be a sad thing if that art was lost.
Matt finds joy in creating art that can't be hurt or easily destroyed, and sees the inherent beauty in things that function not only as a tool, but could also stir someone's soul.
To be able to mold it almost like clay and to create a piece that can be beautiful and also functional, that can last for generations. I have tools in my shop that are 150 years old.
Matt believes the generational aspect of blacksmithing is important in today's instant, disposable, rapid-fire world. He feels anyone could learn from blacksmithing and its inherent process of recycling. From the coal that burns in the forge to the scrap metal that is shaped, everything is reused. Matt has already begun to pass on his passion to his son Matthias, who is training to be a blacksmith.
I am the apprentice blacksmith.
Matthias has built coat hooks and swords with his father. Matthias's favorite part is...
I like the way that you get to see the fire and see things being melted inside.
If you're interested in blacksmithing, you can check out one of the regular demonstrations at Flagstaff's Pioneer Museum. Aiden Casey, NAZ Today.
The winners have been announced for this year's Viola Awards. The 11th annual celebration was held on Saturday, honoring local artists, educators, and leaders for making a positive contribution to the community. The event was hosted by the Flagstaff Arts Council. Author Jesse Sensabar won for excellence in storytelling, and NAU Lyric Theater won for the production of The Magic Flute. Other winners included teachers Kathy Marin for excellence in arts education and Rich Kruger for science education. For a full list of winners and categories, go online at flagartscouncil.org. Coming up, tornadoes have devastated parts of the South. We'll have the latest.
Good evening, I'm Brooke Hyam, student forecaster. We had a beautiful day today and we're looking at a beautiful day tomorrow. But later in the week, we have some storms in the forecast. More with Lee coming up.
Cash in the dash at Terry Markson Chevrolet Cadillac. Every new Chevrolet will have an envelope in the dash with a card inside, letting you know how much cash you'll receive when you purchase your new Chevrolet. $1,000, $2,000, up to $6,500 in extra cash when you purchase your new Chevrolet. Cash in the dash.
Hi, I'm Mark Harris, owner of Terry Markson Chevrolet Cadillac. I guarantee to beat anybody's price or you'll receive $500. Terry Markson, Chevrolet Cadillac. No pressure, no hype.
Leaving hot coals improperly extinguished can cause a wildfire.
Hey guys, it's Smokey!
It looks as if Smokey is going to use the drown, stir, drown and feel technique. After the first drown, a good start. Next, another drink. And finally, a close feel.
Is it cool? Okay. Yeah. Hey Smokey, catch! Oh, my bad, Smokey.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
You. Yeah, you. Getting that college education. What are you gonna do? Graduate and take some office job? Be like everybody else? Or will you dare do something different? Like, be a teacher. You could be my teacher. You got the skills. The smarts? Yes, you. You could be the teacher I never forget. That'd be cool. Does that corporate job even have recess? What are you gonna make of yourself? What are you gonna make of me?
I'll never forget the day our landlord called and said, read your lease. No pets allowed. My owner tells him my dog ate the lease, but that didn't work. And now I'm stuck in a shelter. But this pit bull is ready for a new crib. I'm loving, loyal, and play well with others. So don't be intimidated by all my muscles, because the biggest one I have is my heart. That's right, I said it.
Welcome back. Looking around the country now, at least 23 people are dead after an outbreak of tornadoes ripped through Georgia and Alabama on Sunday, and the death toll is still expected to rise. Governor Brian Kemp has declared a state of emergency in 3 counties. CNN's Kaylee Hartung reports.
A series of deadly tornadoes ripping through Alabama and Georgia, leveling homes and causing catastrophic damage across both states.
Houses completely destroyed, homes just slabs left where once stood a home.
The tornadoes are the deadliest in years, with authorities telling reporters they expect the death toll to rise. The path of destruction tearing through Lee County, Alabama. Officials say one tornado appears to have traveled for several miles on the ground in one community, destroying nearly everything in a half-mile wide path and sending dozens of people to the hospital with very serious injuries.
I wouldn't wish this on anybody. This just came on so quick and changed so many lives that, it's really sickening to watch.
Neighborhood after neighborhood in this Georgia town leveled. Roofs torn off the tops of houses. Trees uprooted and blocking streets. Cell phone towers knocked down.
This whole area right here is pretty much just gone. Looking out over this way, which is mostly trees, it just looks like toothpicks broke just all through there.
This porch, the only thing still standing from this home.
Contents of one residence, we know for a fact, was located over 1,000 yards away. So we've got a very wide storm track that went through the area.
Families gathering anything they could find in the rubble to take with them to safety.
These families have lost everything they have.
In the midst of the chaos, some families reuniting with their pets.
Is that your baby?
And their loved ones.
Oh, that's a sweet reunion, isn't it, right there? Granny's okay.
At least a dozen tornadoes hit Georgia, causing widespread destruction. President Donald Trump tweeted about the storm saying, quote, "To the great people of Alabama and surrounding areas, please be careful and safe."
I need a break from the daily routine.
Hello, I'm Dr. Spruce. If you or someone you know needs a healthy dose of nature, visit discovertheforest.org and trade in the big screen for the big blue sky by visiting a local park or forest near you.
Hiking, picnicking, swimming, orienteering, climbing, admiring wildlife, or inhaling fresh air may result in heightened creativity, feelings of joy, harmony, satisfaction, and a euphoria that can only be explained as oneness with the natural world. Whoa.
Planning the right amount of food is hard. The Guestimator makes it easy. Just tell it who's coming and what's for dinner. Then it tells you how much to make. And yes, it even plans for leftovers. Try it at savethefood.com.
Clean kitchen surfaces, utensils, and hands with soapy water. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
I was 0.5 credits away from completing high school, and I didn't do it. My support team never stopped pushing for me to be better because they knew who I could become as a person. I've been given an opportunity, and I'm just thankful for it.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Tonight's NAZ Today weather is brought to you in part by Terry Markson Chevrolet Cadillac in Flagstaff.
All right, everything feeling groovy in the weather world. It's been wet around here, water running everywhere, and a big melt-off around here the last 10 days since our last 4-foot snowstorm. Today, 50 degrees, higher sun angle here. Early March, doesn't take a lot to start melting that snow off. 48's our average for this time of year. A little bit on the mild side overnight last night at 27. Over the weekend, the Saturday rain, that was 0.4 of an inch, bringing us up to 9.30 inches of moisture since January 1, over 200% of average for this time of year. Okay, today's high temperatures across northern central Arizona, 61 in Sedona today. Kind of unusual for Sedona to be cooler than Prescott at 62. It was 52 at the south rim of the canyon, 63 in Winslow today, Payson 60, and just gorgeous down across the Sonora and Desert, 72 today in Phoenix. All right, here's a look at our regional satellite. Here we are in Flagstaff. It was mostly clear skies across the northern half of the state today. There were some high clouds flowing across the southern half of Arizona today. Really not a big deal. All out ahead of a storm system due for us midweek. Tomorrow, the warmest day we've seen in quite some time around here, as very mild Pacific air mass continues to pump in out of the southwest. Very El Nino-esque type setup. Look at the storm system out here in the Central Pacific Basin, almost a carbon copy of the one we were looking at late last week that came in on Saturday with a pretty strong subtropical moisture tap. The storm system due for us on Wednesday. Tomorrow, out ahead of it, like I say, a beautiful day. I think we're mostly sunny. This storm system, as it starts to make its way into the west coast, does weaken significantly here as we get into tomorrow afternoon, and by the time it gets to us on Wednesday, it doesn't kind of take a path right into Arizona. It kind of comes in and lifts and goes just a bit over the top of us. What it will do on Wednesday is bring some scattered rain showers, pretty insignificant, a windy day, cooler with a little bit of rain on Wednesday. A stronger, more significant winter type storm system drops right into its place from the north with the cold air and the support to bring us a snowstorm come late week Friday time frame, looking like a 2 to 6 inch type snowstorm with snow down to 6,000 feet. That's Friday. So we have Wednesday wind and rain, Thursday kind of still windy, Friday wind and snow down to 6,000 feet. All right, currently outside 46 degrees. And I was kind of just staring at that backdrop picture here taken from the dome here on campus at NAU, and just notice there's just not a lot of snow on the ground. Just that melting has been really prolific around here. I think, forgot how fast snow can melt here in late February, early March. Currently 46 degrees outside right now in Flagstaff, 27 degrees. Our early morning low temperature here for a quiet overnight. Tomorrow, that warmer day at 57. I would call it a early spring-like day across the area. Okay, here's a look at the temperatures elsewhere. Sedona, 69. That would be a significant warm-up from where you were today at 61. Prescott, 65. 65 Payson, 68 Winslow, 80-degree mark down in Phoenix. Here's a look at the extended forecast for us here. That rain and on Wednesday, but notice temperature is still 52 degrees. Rain showers, a windy Wednesday. I think we'll be seeing gusts in excess of 40 miles per hour here in Flagstaff, 50 miles per hour across the Little Colorado River Valley. Thursday, kind of unsettled. Friday, the snowstorm and cooler temperatures. The storm does clear, I should mention, going into a quiet weekend.
I'm getting a lot of mixed signals here from the weather, Lee. What's the deal? We're getting spring weather tomorrow, 57, almost 60, and then snow Wednesday?
Yep, the little ups and downs of spring in Flagstaff.
When do you think we're going to see the first full spring day, even 60 degrees?
60 degrees, not in the immediate forecast, but it can't be far off. Within the next couple weeks.
I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
Well, that's incredible with the weather. Jasmine, do we have any consistency in sports?
Well, there's a lot going on, and I'll tell you more after the break.
Do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
I'm Rudy Tempesta. I'm 92 years old. I fought in World War II. Then I came home, worked for the post office for 70 years. I've been getting Meals on Wheels, and I enjoy it. The most important thing about Meals on Wheels is you meet the people, which to me is fantastic. You need people to keep your brain moving. That's what life is about. It's love and having a conversation with people.
I grew up in the housing projects of Cleveland. I didn't even know that life could be any better than it was. Education for me has been a way to get away from the agony of what was normal life. I want to be able to impact the community, not just look back on where I came from, but to reach back to where I came from and pull some people up with me. My name is David, and I am your dividend.
So we were walking to school.
I started thinking about lunch. Mom packed me turkey and cheese.
She's
I really want
smart.
cheese pizza.
Sometimes her mind wanders.
We should have a sleepover.
I remember saying, Laura?
I think I heard Mom say something.
The sign says don't walk.
Sometimes it's so overwhelming.
I really hope she doesn't
I
have
really
another
hope I
bad
don't
day
have
at
another
school
bad day at
today.
school today.
When you can see learning and attention issues from their side, you can be on their side. Go to understood.org, a free online resource with support and tools to help your child thrive.
Welcome back to NAZ Today. I'm your sports reporter, Jasmine Navarrete. High school baseball season is in full swing once again. The Flagstaff Eagles traveled down to the Valley Friday night to face Tempe High School and beat them 6-3, making it their second straight win of the season. However, the game only lasted 6 innings due to the weather. A key player to highlight was senior Josh Morrow. Morrow had 2 RBIs this game and averaging a .333 batting average. They face off against Bradshaw Mountain High tomorrow at 2 p.m. Switching gears to softball, the Coconino Panthers are starting their season undefeated with their most recent win coming against Lake Havasu on Thursday. The Panthers won 6-3. A huge reason why Coconino pulled this win out was because of senior pitcher Caitlin Snowpeck. She had a total of 17 strikeouts in this matchup. She also had an RBI, making it her 7th of the season. They played Lee Williams twice today, and the final score has yet to be released. NAU Women's Swim and Dive competed in the Western Athletic Conference Championship in Houston, Texas this weekend. The Jacks were looking to defend their title, and they did just that. NAU are WAC champions for the 6th time in a row. Throughout the competition, NAU broke 4 school records. One was sophomore Elisa Rodriguez, who broke a record for the 100 freestyle with a time of 48 seconds. On March 11th through the 13th, the Jacks diver will compete in zone competitions. NAU basketball is winding down as they played Montana State this past Saturday. The Bobcats clawed their way to victory with the final score of 84-73. Bernay Andre led the Jacks with 18 rebounds. Unfortunately, that was not enough. The Jacks will face the University of Montana tonight at 7 p.m. The last time the Jacks and the Grizzlies faced off, NAU fell short. NAU is tied right now with Sacramento State and need this win to hopefully boost them to a better spot in the Big Sky. NAU Women's had a different outcome against Montana State this weekend. Saturday afternoon, the Jacks battled in the Sky Dome for a much-needed win. Prior to this game, the Jacks were on a 6-game losing streak to Montana State. A fire was lit for this team, and all 5 Lumberjack starters finished in double digits. The Jacks came out on top, defeating the Bobcats 76-72. NAU is getting ready to take on the Montana Grizzlies tonight at 6:30, where they are hoping to stop a 12-game losing streak against the Grizzlies. If you are hardcore Suns fans, I hope you didn't miss the game on Saturday night. The Suns faced off against LeBron and the Lakers, and while most thought it would be an easy win for the Lakers, it wasn't at all. The final score of the game was Lakers 109-118. It was a huge upset, to say the least, making it the worst team a LeBron team has lost ever. While Phoenix has no shot of making the playoff while having a record of 13-51, this loss for the Lakers impacted their playoff dream as they slipped further from that last spot. Rookie AM finished with 26 points and 10 rebounds. The Suns will be playing the #1 team in the East tonight, the Bucks down in the Valley.
We really got to give a shout out to NAU Swim and Dive. I mean, 6-time champions, that is just incredible for them. That's very impressive.
Yeah, and also talking about the Suns, the fact that they have not had a good season and they were able to beat a team like the Lakers with a player like LeBron, that's outstanding.
They needed the win for sure. Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, we'll have another quick look at weather when we come back.
You have prediabetes.
Prediabetes? I don't have time to eat right or exercise. I'm a busy mom.
Oh, you're a busy mom.
Yeah.
This is great news. Busy moms never get prediabetes.
Wait, what?
Let me just... Yeah, this is all the people at risk for prediabetes, and way over here, busy moms. No?
Bye-bye.
Hi. Hoping for a crisp breeze to help keep you alert. Oh, he took a sip of water too. That'll probably help.
You were probably going to turn down the radio too, so you could focus, right?
Probably okay isn't okay.
Right?
If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
I think the water line is what really drove it home.
I blew on him.
Oh, thank you. Did you see anyone's broccoli? You moved this? Thanks for helping us. No problem. You're welcome.
We'd do anything for kids. Yet 1 in 6 children in the U.S. struggle with hunger. Help end childhood hunger near you. Learn how at feedingamerica.org.
All right, chance to break out the shorts for a minute tomorrow. 57 here in Flagstaff. Pleasant day on Tuesday. Rain showers, windy on Wednesday. Continue windy Thursday. Snow moves in Friday. Could see several inches in Flagstaff.
All right then, Lee. Thanks.
Yeah. Speaking of snow.
Speaking of snow.
Speaking of snow, that's incredible. Well, Flagstaff saw a record winter last month, and more snow is coming, like Lee did say before. There was also an avalanche in Colorado recently, wasn't there?
Mm-hmm. That's right. In Copper Mountain, Colorado, there was an avalanche. Take a look at this video. Just incredible, this avalanche. Some vehicles had to be dug out after this avalanche slammed into areas of I-70 in Colorado. A second avalanche happened the same day in the same general area as this first avalanche. Thankfully, there were no reports of injuries or anybody trapped in the avalanche. It did close parts of I-70 for several hours. All right, well, that'll do it for us this Monday, March 4th. Thank you guys for watching. We appreciate you tuning in. Good night. What were those?